Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be decorating a wedding cake. It's just a one tier wedding cake, so just a small one. And I'm going to be doing some embossing on that, so I thought I'd show you how to do that. I've already put the cake together. It's a chocolate cake. It's got 3 layers of chocolate with chocolate ganache in the middle, and I've crumb coated it. So it's ready for the final coat now and the embossing. So yeah, let's do it. So here we have some fondant decorations that I've made for this wedding cake. So I've just made them with these plungers, really easy to make. So you just roll your fondant out, as thick or as thin as you want, it's up to you. Press down on the fondant, release them, and yeah, they come out like this. So they come out quite plain, and you can jazz them up any way you want. You put flowers on top of flowers. You can get this tool here and make lovely little lines on them, just give a bit more detail. Yeah, you can just do whatever you want. So there's the star one here, and as you can see I've put lines on there. And what I've also done is I have just sprinkled a little bit of luster dust on them. So it's pearl luster dust, it's edible, and that just puts a bit of a shimmer on them. So yeah, these are the plungers. Easy peasy. It's really easy. So yeah, I just made quite a few of them the other day. I'll just show you. So yeah, I've made all those for the wedding cake. I do have these bigger flowers here that I made a little while ago, but I don't think I'll use them for this particular cake. I think I don't think it's going to suit my design, so I'll stick with the little flowers. And yeah, so I also need a cake topper for this wedding cake. I don't know if I'll use this one. It's not shimmery and shiny enough for me, so I'm sort of still pondering whether I should use that one or find another one. So here we have our cake ready to go. It's been in the fridge for half an hour. It's nice and firm, so I can go ahead and put my next layer of icing. So yeah, I've done this nice light pale green. It should look quite nice with the white flowers on top. So go ahead and just put a thin layer of that on. All the way around. And then the sides. Right, so now we go ahead and just scrape the sides so they're lovely and straight. And just do this slowly. You don't want to take too much icing off, otherwise you'll see the brown icing underneath. Just scrape the icing, excess icing off the scraper every time. Tidy it up a bit. Let's keep going. There we go. It's looking a little bit better. We just keep going over and over again. It's nice and slow until you get it exactly how you want. So I'll keep playing with this for a while. And I'll meet you back here. Right, now we just smooth off the top. So start at the edge and just move your way forward, and then take off your excess icing. There you go, go into the middle. Just continue to do that till you get a lovely straight edge. Try and get a nice sharp edge if you can. Practice makes perfect, I suppose. This by no means is perfect. So I don't make cakes commercially for anybody. I just make cakes for family and friends. Anyone that asks me, really. It's just my hobby. Right. That will have to do. Now I'm going to pop this back in the fridge to firm up so I can do the embossing on it. So the embossing is done with the stencil. This is the stencil I'm going to use. So I'm going to put it all around the side, and I'm also going to do it on top as well. And then I'm going to decorate it with my flowers. So now after this is firmed up in the fridge, what you can do is get a bit of greaseproof paper and just pop it on top and just smooth with your hands any ridges that you don't like, or just to make it a lot more smoother. That seems to work as well. So sometimes you have really good days where you can just scrape it and it looks lovely, and then other days, I just keep doing it over and over and you just can't get it right. So looks like it's one of these days today. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in the fridge, and then I'm going to try and smooth it off later with some greaseproof paper. Okay. And this is what I meant by trying to get rid of some of those ridges and marks. You just pop some greaseproof paper on top and just give it a bit of a rub, gentle rub. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pin the stencil on the side. So there we go, and have it nice and firm, touching all the way around. Okay. Here we have my icing, the leftover icing. I just covered it in some glad wrap, or saran wrap I think they call it in other countries, but we call it glad wrap. And I'll just get my little tool, stir. Okay, let's just pop some on top of the stencil. You're probably thinking, oh, it's the same colour, you're not going to be able to see it. You will see it, it's just embossing, so it's just it just stands out a little bit. It's not meant to be in your face, stand out. Just a light touch. And there's a bit of noise outside because the roofers are still here replacing my roof. But that's okay, if it gets too bad I'll just pop some music over. They were playing their own music out there and they've stopped, so that's why I've decided to quickly do this while they've stopped playing their music, because as you know on YouTube you can't have any music willy-nilly because of copyright issues. So there we go. Okay, so now we'll just scrape the excess off just lightly. You don't want to take too much off. There we go. Right, I'm going to peel this off very carefully. Hopefully what's left will be what I'm looking for. There we go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So now that goes back into the fridge to harden, and I will do the other side, and then I'm going to do the top as well. Okay, so we've just got a little patch on the side here to do, and the rest of the top. So I'm going to go ahead and just do the side first. So just line up what you've already done carefully. So because it's been in the fridge for a while, it's nice and firm, so this is not going to pull off what you've already put on. So let's just pop that there. And around the other side. Okay. There you go. Okay, so there's a double up of flowers here, but that's fine, I'm not worried about that. Now I'll just finish the top. Usually I wash that off and start again, but I'm going to wing it. Don't think I need to pin it actually, I'll just hold it. Alright, peel that off slowly. Great, that looks lovely. Right, that goes back in the fridge again to firm up, and then what I'll do is I'll clean up the board with a damp handy towel, and then it'll be ready to embellish with our white fondant flowers that I'm going to put on the top. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So I've tidied up the board as best I could, and what I've decided is to just pop a little bit of icing around the edge there, just to tidy it up a bit more. I've got a little nozzle there, I don't know if you can see that, and I'm just going to do just look like little stars or little flowers. Just going to do that all the way around. Right, so now we can put our flowers on. So you just got to look at your cake and think which is the best side. So when you think the side that they're going to be looking at, so if you do have a little bit of a boo-boo on your cake, you make that the back side of your cake. Yeah, I think it's about there. So that will be my good side there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some flowers all the way around on the ring and some on the side, and then maybe just a few cascading down the sides. So let's just start and see where we end up. Got a little bit of icing left here, so I'm just going to pop a little bit on the bottom. And just work our way around. And just keep doing that until you're happy with what you got. It's just plain, really, isn't it? I sort of have an idea in my mind what it's going to look like. Whether it turns out that way, who knows? I'm sure it'll look lovely though. So I'll just keep doing this and I will see you when I'm finished.
I can't forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me pressing through. I can't forget the day we met. Your smile so bright.
So that's probably enough flowers, and I'm just putting some little silver balls in the centre of these embossed flowers, just to give a bit of sparkle. Not too many, don't want to overdo it, but yeah, just random ones here and there, I think. There's silver balls on some of the flowers, but not all of them. Yep, and there we go. I think I probably should leave it alone, because I do have a tendency to overdo things. Denny always says, just leave it, it's good, just leave it as it is. And I usually just fiddle a little bit more, and then sometimes too much. But yeah, that looks okay, I think. Yeah, I quite like that. Sure, she'll love it. There we have it. Just show you a close-up of it. So it's on top, and we just have the flowers around the edge.